Second mate, what do you see out there?
Captain, we have an iceberg dead ahead.
Iceberg dead ahead, I see it. Helmsman, right 20, please.
Right 20 degrees rudder, all right?
Second mate, give me a course and speed on the vessel to port.
She's on a course of 220 with 10 knots.
220, 10 knots, roger. Helmsman, come right, steer 028, please.
Come right, steer 028 aye.
LNG Leo, this is Atlantic Star, passing port to port, over.
The Leo back to Atlantic Star, roger, port to port.
Bridge, this is the engine room. We have a problem with the shaft generator. We're going to take it offline.
Yeah, check with the mates. We'll see if there's an anchorage up here.
What readings do you have? I had a reverse power relay, Chief. Gentlemen, start the diesels.
My car's down at Water Beach. If you look at it from, say, it costs like 300 million, who knows here?
I would like to point out that none of these accidents that we've witnessed over the past 18 months involved a U.S. flagship, nor did they involve an American maritime officers.
Yes, Brian, there's a great deal that's changed. The regulations, of course, we're all familiar with the changes to lifeboat requirements, 24-hour radio requirements, better weather forecasting. But what has not changed, of course, is that accidents are occurring primarily because of human error. I will bring out the point, though, that American maritime officers are trained to the highest standards at our STAR Training Center in Dania Beach, Florida, and they are vetted and licensed by the U.S. Coast Guard.
Well, I think there have been a lot of changes since the Titanic. Changes in ship's construction, changes in the lifeboats' requirements on board, changes in weather forecasting and ice patrols, on and on. But the one thing that remains constant is you need human beings to run these ships. Those human beings need a lot of training. We go out of our way to make sure that American maritime officers get that training. As you may not know, none of those incidents or accidents that you mentioned earlier had American maritime officers on board. In fact, none of them were flagged U.S. flagged ships.
What are you telling me here, that foreign officers aren't as good as American officers?
Now, I can only speak for the American officers, and I can tell you they're the best trained in the world. We have a multi-million-dollar training center in Star Center in Dania Beach. We go out of our way to have all of our courses approved by the U.S. Coast Guard. All of our instructors are approved by the U.S. Coast Guard, and we go beyond the Coast Guard requirements for certifying our officers and our courses.
So why aren't Americans in command on cruise ships?
Well, I think it's probably the cost of American officers, because American officers, just like every other American, wants a just paycheck, and he wants benefits. He wants to have health care, and he wants to have a pension.
And what, the cruise ship companies aren't willing to give them what they want?
I think they can find officers who are willing to work for less money.
The training requirements and the training that we receive as mariners has increased exponentially. Navigation, safety, emergency response goes hand in hand. What we do on the ships, especially in the U.S. trade, you know, we are responsible for protecting the American waterways. We bring these ships in and out of the American ports. Not only is it our livelihood, but it's also it's part of our heritage. This is what we do.